Hi there, my name is Brooke, and I wanted to just pop in and welcome you to my page and kind of go over what this page is really all about. This is a page that I am dedicating to women that are ready to get more life in their life. Maybe it's a level of joy, maybe it's a level of health, maybe it's a level of confidence, perhaps it's self-healing, natural methods of healing. This is really all about healing. And just to give you a little bit of background, I have personally been absolutely obsessed with healing since I was just a very small bean. I grew up in Santa Cruz, and I spent, starting I think in 4th grade, I spent an awful lot of time at the herb room and just really diving into natural remedies and how to heal the human body with herbs and tinctures and whatever nature is offering. And we'll fast forward now to my early 30s. I was diagnosed as with an autoimmune disorder, hypothyroidism, and I really questioned the narrative about like what I was hearing. Oh, you're going to go to the pharmacy and you're going to take this thyroid medicine and you are going to, by the way, be on this for the rest of your life. And I thought, it's just not sitting well with me. So what I chose to do is do a grand deep dive into healing autoimmune disorders. What were autoimmune disorders? What is this all about? And I made a 180. I did a 180. And although I had always eaten pretty clean, lots of organic foods, if not all, shopped at the local health food store, did all the things, I still ended up with hypothyroidism. And I think of that as a blessing, because I want to tell you, I learned pathways into healing the human body and reversing all of that and more in just 90 days. And I thought, people need to know that their health is really in their hands and that they can heal should they choose to, without without pharmaceuticals, without things that are going to hurt on the back end, if you know what I mean. So when I discovered that, I had been a chef before, and I just poured myself into a healing restaurant in Sacramento area, and I created this restaurant where all of the food, every bite that you put in your mouth, had a healing component. And I wanted people to come and to see and to taste that healing can be delicious. And I did that for 10 years. And during that time, I coached people through healing. I saw hundreds and hundreds of people heal themselves naturally. And we met in a group every week, twice a week. And we discussed some hard things. And one of the things that I learned, I was so focused on nutrition and detoxification. And that was such a beautiful foundation. But the more that I led groups and the more that I taught, the more I interacted with people going through a healing journey, the thing that I understood there was that relationship was such a big part of the puzzle. The people that would come in with their spouse, and maybe they were stage 3 or 4, they would come in and pick up food plans together. If their spouse was fully showing up for them, fully supportive, it was much more likely that they were going to heal completely. And we don't all walk with a supportive spouse, but we do have people in our sphere. And when people didn't have that, I tried to create a culture where we were that, where the heart got connected. And it was really profound. And it healed people on multiple levels. And so I closed the restaurant in 2017. And from there, I went into private coaching. and bringing really nutrition first, and then thought patterns and belief structures, and layering in to what I was teaching, some of those things that weren't just about having a holistic life or a natural healing method. It was also about how to live clean, how even to address your soul hygiene. And so from there, I also began to tool up, because I saw so many people that I was working with also struggling with deep issues that kept them blocked, and they didn't, I saw it, but they didn't necessarily know themselves that they were blocked. They just knew that they knew what they needed to do, but they just couldn't do it. And I wanted to really understand how I could help them. So I did a year-long somatics course, where we really get that we are holding memory, we are holding our pain, we are holding trauma within ourselves, in our bodies. And how do we release that appropriately? And so I still was kind of struggling with how to incorporate all of these different modalities into my groups. And then I came upon a beautiful faith-based coaching program that supported people in getting past those blockages that kept them small, kept them ill, kept them not joyful, or kept them in a loop that was not supportive of the person that I saw that God wanted to be existing, that they were created to be. And so as I have gone through these different trainings and modalities, this is what I am fully focused on now, and particularly with women of faith, because I see a rising. And that's why I named this Roots to Rise Holistic, because I am so clearly seeing, and this is really deep for me, because I have had to work through so much of my own foundational belief structures and woundings and trauma. But what I am really seeing is that we have these roots, and some of our roots may not be as healthy as others. We may have some strong roots, and we might have some that are just needing some more support and release. Maybe they are compressed and confined and tucked away in the dark, and they need some space to breathe and let the light in. And so as I learn so much more, we are not compartmentalized, and we are mind, body, and spirit. And our connection to ourselves is so powerful. And our connection to God is so powerful. And our connection to others is so powerful. And my hope in creating this is that we can walk in freedom, in more freedom, and more joy, and more purpose, more love, more compassion, and more alignment in our own lives, and spread that far and wide. So I'm glad that you're here. Thank you so much for listening, and let's stay tuned, okay?